Ano? We'll be starting a TikTok live at 7 p.m. Will it be today? Today don't have Kahoot. For those who are here, you can start working on your first question. We'll try the first question. Those who have tried can send in your answers. So they give you the ratio of the television screen. Width is to height 4:3. Then the laptop screen. Width to height is 16:9. An image exactly fills the television screen. So same image only fills the height of the laptop screen but not the width, as shown in the diagram. Okay, so the diagram that they are showing is actually the laptop screen. Find the fraction of the laptop screen not covered by the image. So since they tell you that the image fills exactly the television screen, it means that this part here is also the size of the television screen. So they do not have the same width, but they have the same height. Hello. We make use of the same height to solve this question. Remember to live in the simplest term. This kind of question you'll have learned in primary school. So since the height must be the same, the units must also be the same. You all can proceed from here. Then after which, let me know your answer. Anyone? Okay. So since the height must be the same, therefore we must make the units for height the same. Okay. So LCM of 3 and 9 is 9. So I times 3 here to make them to have equivalent units. So you can see the height is the same. Therefore, the width of the television, so the width of the laptop is 12:16. So if they have the same height, we can just deal with the length. They want not covered by the image. So covered by the image is here. 12 units. And then the total, 16 units. So the fraction covered by the image will be 12:16. Simplest form. Divide by 4, divide by 4, 3:4. This is the fraction covered by image. So if they do not want the portion that's covered by image, you take 1 whole minus the portion that's covered by image. It will give you the answer. Okay? Okay. Those who are done can move on to question 2. Question 2 is on polygon. Hello, Gojo. You should attend the TikTok live for next Tuesday. The teacher like Gojo. Okay, stay tuned for. I think when you join the TikTok live for next Tuesday, the teacher will be very happy. Anyone done with question two? Can you see the question? You all can work on the question two now. So when you're done with question two, send in your answer. Hello. Hey, bye-bye. It's okay. Anyone done with question two? So these two are similar pentagons, so their corresponding angles must be the same. So you can see that this is a right angle here, meaning to say this must be my 130 degrees, and here must be my 100 degrees. Okay? So you can use sum of angles in the pentagon to find F. How to find sum of interior angles in a pentagon? Okay, so there's 5 sides. So we take 5 minus 2 times 180 degrees. This will be the number of sides. So if it's a hexagon, then you change it to 6. That will give you the sum of interior angles. Okay, it will give you 540 degrees. So that's the total sum of the 5 angles in this pentagon. Then with that, we can find the unknown F. So therefore, F equals to 540 degree minus 100 degree minus 130 degree minus 90 degree times 2. There's two right angles there. Okay, you get 130 degrees. So the formula is this. Sum of interior angles of polygon will be n minus 2 times 180 degrees. So n is the number of sides. So if it's hexagon, you take 6 minus 2, then times 180 degrees. No, it's not. This is in for sec 2. It's okay. We're currently working on sec 2 questions. No worries. Okay, those who are done can move on to find G. So you can make use of the ratio of the corresponding lengths because they are similar. So your 14 will correspond to 22.4 and your G will correspond to 16. So we can use similar ratios. Okay, so since we are finding the unknown G, so we put G at the numerator. So G will be out of 16. Sorry. Okay, so G correspond to 16. And then using back the same figure, we are looking at a smaller pentagon. So the numerator will be 14. 14 will correspond to 22.4. So therefore, G equals to 14 over 22.4 times 16. This is Sec 2 math. Okay, so you should get 10. So don't forget to write units because they say lengths given are in centimeters. You go to which AGrader outlet? Ah, okay, but don't want. Science and math means you're in primary school. So should I move on to question 3? 3 will be on stem and leaf diagram. The key is very important for stem and leaf diagram. So if it's 0/5, it represents 5 minutes. So Andrew works at an insurance company. He needs to call clients quite often. The following table records the talk time in minutes he has used on his mobile phone for the past 15 days. So you can see that the data given to you, there is 15 of them. So when for stem and leaf, always leave in ascending order. We can go from the smallest, so 0, 5. After 5, we have 8. After which is 10. Make sure they are also in the same column. Okay, after 10, we have 15, 17. Then we move on to 2 in the 10th place. We have 20, 23, 32, 34, 36, 37, 40, 45, 49, and lastly 51. Make sure you have 15 figures here. P5 math will not be today. It'll be next week, if I'm not wrong. Okay, part B, find the percentage of his usage. That is more than 15 minutes and less than 41 minutes. So more than 15 minutes will be from, more than 14 minutes will be from 15 minutes onwards. All the way until less than 41. So will be the numbers that I have highlighted. Okay, I highlight 9 numbers. The total is 15. So we will have 9 over 15 times 100%. No, there's no Kahoot today. Yep, 60 is correct. Those who are done can move on to question 4. Set 1, today there's no Kahoot, but we'll be going through set 1 later at 8 p.m. Okay, question 4. The diagram shows similar triangles ACD and ABE. EB is parallel to DC. So they gave you the hint already that they are similar triangles. No, we are doing G3 paper. Okay, the lengths are all given. AB is 6 cm, EB is 6 cm, DC is 9 cm, BC is 3 cm, and ED is 4 cm. They're asking the scale factor of enlargement. This is Sec 2 math. So enlargement means something smaller become bigger. So if it's an enlargement, the scale factor must be more than 1. So to find the scale factor, we can use DC over EB because these two sides correspond to each other. So we have 9 divided by 6, which is 1.5. So the scale factor is 1.5, or you can live in fraction, will be 3 out of 2. P5 math is quite difficult. P5 and P6 because you can't use algebra to solve. So in secondary school, I think the math is easier. Okay, next find the value of x. So we can make use of the scale factor to find the value of x. Okay. So the scale factor, we use the bigger triangle over the smaller triangle, right? So for the scale factor will be AD over AE, which must give us 9 out of 6, or rather 3 out of 2. Okay, so AD is x plus 4 and our AE is x, which is equals to 3 over 2. So there's only one unknown. Therefore, we only need one equation to solve for this unknown. So there's one fraction on each side. Okay, so you just need to cross multiply. We will have 2 times x plus 4 equals to 3x. Then expand and simplify to solve for x. So therefore, our x is equals to 8. We minus 2x on both sides. So 3x minus 2x, I'm left with x. Then 2x minus 2x, I have nothing. That's why I'm left with 8 on the other side. Before we go for a break, point M lies on AD such that triangle ACM is congruent to DCM. Determine how far point M is from A. Okay, so meaning to say I will draw a straight line here. They want congruent means they must be of the same size. ACM and DCM must be same size. So So same size and shape, which means this length must be equals to this length. AM must be equals to ED. Oh, sorry. AM must be equals to DM. So the length of AD is x plus 4. We found the value of x in the previous part. So AD is 12 cm. So since they must be of equal length, to find AM, I can just divide by 2. So point M is 6 cm away from point A. Congruent means exactly the same. They have the same size, same shape. All the angles are also the same. So difference between congruence and similarity is that similarity, they have the same shape, same angles, but they don't have the same size. Yep, we'll be learning this in secondary, lower sec. Okay, we'll take a short break here before we move on with question 5. Those who want can try out the next 3 questions. You can get the worksheets from the link in our bio. I don't think ChatGPT can help much here. For your P3 only. Then I don't think you can solve any of the questions here. This is Sec 2 math. All the best for PSLE. Okay, a bag contains 8 red sweets, 12 green sweets, and 4 blue sweets. Find in the simplest form the probability that a green sweet is chosen. So all these are in a bag, so we have to find the total. So that's the total of 24. Probability that green sweet is chosen will be, there's 12 green sweet, so 12 over 24. Half. Part 2, the sweet chosen is not red. So if it's not red, means you want green and blue. So there's two methods to this. You can take 1 whole minus the probability of red, meaning to say you will get not red. So 1 minus 8 over 24, we'll get 2/3. Or you can also take the probability of green plus blue sweets. So the probability of getting either one of them. Okay, so green plus blue 12 plus 4 over the total of 24. Simplest form, 2/3. So both will give you the same answer. So how many more sweets must be placed in the bag so that the probability of choosing blue sweets will become 1/3? Okay, so what you can do is you can let the number of blue sweet that is added be x. So take note here, whenever you add more sweets in the bag, the total will also change. See, so the probability of getting a blue sweet, they want it to be 1/3. Currently there's 4 plus x over the total 24 plus x. That it must give you 1/3. Hello Milo Kosong Peng. Okay, so what you can do here is you cross multiply. 3 times 4 plus x equals to 24 plus x. Then we expand, we have 12 plus 3x equals to 24 plus x. We minus 12 and minus x on both sides. So we are left with 2x on our left hand side. Then the right hand side, we are left with 12. Okay, so therefore, x equals to 6. You never see me before. You never watch the live for every alternate Thursday, yeah. Those who are done can move on to question 6. I'm always here on alternate Thursday. Maybe you didn't watch for Sec Math, right? Okay, question 6. Let x be the tens digit and y be the ones digit of a two-digit number represented as 10x plus y. Okay, so because x is just a digit that represents in the tens place, you have to multiply by 10, yeah? The number is equal to 4 times the sum of its digit. Write down an equation in x and y to represent this information and show that it simplifies to 2x minus y equals to 0. So the number is 10x plus y is equals to 4 times of the sum of the digits. So meaning to say 10x plus y equals to 4 times of x plus y. Then we simplify from here. 10x plus y equals to 4x plus 4y. Then we will get 6x equals to 3y. Divide by 3 on both sides, so 2x equals to y. Shift all everything to the left hand side, we will get 2x minus y equals to 0. Shown. Okay, part B, the number formed by reversing its digits, represented as 10y plus x, is 9 more than the original number. Write down an equation in x and y to represent this information and show that it simplifies to x minus y equals to 1. Oh, this is for Sec 2 math. Okay, so original will be 10y plus x. Sorry, the original is 10x plus y. Then you have to plus 10 because 9 more than the original number is the same as the reverse digits, which is 10y plus x. So equate them. Oh, I see. So you can ask your brother to watch then. He can revise his work. Okay. So we will have minus x on both sides so that we are left with 9. X plus 9 equals to 9y. Divide by 9 throughout. X plus 1 equals to y. Rearrange until we get what the question wants. So x minus y equals to -1. Shown. So solve these two equations to find the two-digit number. Okay, so equation 1 and equation 2. So let's say this is equation 1. This is equation 2. Okay, so you can either use elimination method or you can use substitution method. So in this case, you can see that they have the same coefficient of y. Okay, so we can just use elimination method. We can take equation 1 minus equation 2. So 2x minus x, we have x. Negative y minus negative 1 is 0. Equals to 0 minus negative 1. So it's equals to 1. So the value of x is 1. Then we can sub x equals to 1 in either of the equation 1 or 2 also can. So let's say if we sub in equation 2, we have 1 minus y equals to negative 1. Therefore, y equals to 2. Okay, the 2 digit is like that in the tens place and the ones place. This is 1, this is 2. So the answer is 12. That's the 2 digit number. Next question is on stats. Okay, the table below shows the number of hours students in a class of 40 spend playing on computer each day. So one student spends 0 hours a day. One student spends 1 hour a day. Two students spend 2 hours a day. Seven students spend 3 hours a day. X students spends 4 hours a day. Six students spend 5 hours a day. 13 students spend 6 hours a day. Three students spend 7 hours a day. And two students spend 8 hours a day. I don't know how your cousin's mom look. Definitely is not me. Okay, so find the value of x. They already tell you that the total frequency must be 40. Yep, correct. So you take 40 minus away all the available numbers that you see for the number of students. So 40 minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 minus 7 minus 6 minus 13 minus 3 minus 2. I got a common face. Find the mode of the distribution. So mode means you want the frequency. So which group of the number of students is the largest. We know x equals to 5. So 13 is the greatest frequency. Do not write the answer as 13. Must relate back to what these 13 students are part of. So these 13 students spend 6 hours a day to play game. So the answer should be 6 hours. Median means I want the middle position. So I have to find the median position first. Remember the formula? Total number of people plus 1 divided by 2. So we'll be looking at 20.5 position. Okay, the total here, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. What you can do is you can also write down the cumulative frequency. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 7, 11, 11 plus 5 is 16, 16 plus 6, 22. So they will be part of this group, which is 5 hours. Okay, so the median equals to 5 hours. No, you don't take 4 plus 5 divided by 2 because the 20th and 21st position is here. So if you want to do that, right, the 20th person spend 5 hours, the 21st person also spend 5 hours. So 5 plus 5 divided by 2 is still 5. Okay, find the mean number of hours spent on computer per student each day. So mean, we are looking at average. We have learned average before. So mean equals to, I calculate the total number of hours, 0 times 1 plus 1 times 1 plus 2 times 2 plus 3 times 7 plus 4 times 5 plus 5 times 6 plus 6 times 13 plus 7 times 3 plus 8 times 2 divided by the total number of people, which is 40. So you get 4.775. So as long as the answer is exact, do not round off to 3 significant figures. Okay, find the probability that one student chosen at random spend more than 6 hours playing on computer each day. So how many of them spend more than 6 hours? More than 6 hours means I'm looking at 7 hours and 8 hours only. So 3 plus 2, 5 people. So probability that one student chosen that spend more than 6 hours, 5 of them out of a total of 40 people. So it will be 1 out of 8. Okay, so that's all for today's Sec 1 math. Sorry, Sec 2 math. I will be moving to Sec 1 math at around 8. Those who need the toilet break can go to the toilet break. Before we move on to Sec 1 math. Anyone still need this page? Anyone any question? Enjoy your dinner. Okay, be right back. Hello. So you're given a set of numbers. List the real numbers and irrational numbers. You can turn in your answers. Anyone? Which are the real numbers? All real numbers can be represented on number line. So it can be positive, can be negative. Okay? The only tricky part here is, can you square root negative numbers? You can try doing that in your calculator. Okay, then you realize that you can't square root negative numbers. It will be calculated error or something. It will show you an error sign. Okay? When you square root negative numbers, it's actually an imaginary number. So this is the only one that is not a real number. Take note, you cannot square root negative number, but you can cube root negative numbers. So the real numbers will be numbers represented on number line. So we have 27 pi 1.2222 negative 5.6. Irrational numbers are real numbers, just that they cannot be expressed as fraction or decimals or whole numbers. Okay? Recurring decimals can be lived as a fraction, so therefore they are rational numbers. All terminating decimals can also be lived as fraction. Same for recurring decimals. Whole numbers. Other than all this, it's irrational number. So usually it involves like pi or root something. As long as the number inside is not square number, you can square root it perfectly. Okay, so in this case, it's only pi. You can't put square root negative 2 because it's not even a real number. Okay? Maybe add the word real number in front. Those who are done can move on to question 2. Try question 2. What thing you cannot? Are you Sec 2 level? You just need to multiply in. Take note here, you always take the sign in front of it together. So you expand and simplify. It is an expression. Year 5 means what? Sec 5 or P5? Oh, grade 5, huh? From international school, is it? She can stay tuned for our primary math. The schedule will be uploaded on our TikTok page. Those who are done with question 2 can send in your answer. So we have 2 times x plus 4 minus 3 times x minus 1. So we multiply 2 inside the bracket. So 2 times x, we have 2x. Then 2 times 4, we have positive 8. Okay, then here will be negative 3 times x. So we have negative 3x. And negative 3 times negative 1 will become a positive 3. So here's the tricky part. Students tend to write it as minus 3. Okay, so from here we can simplify. 2x minus 3x, we simplify the like terms only. Okay, so we have negative x, then constant will be positive 8 plus 3, so positive 11. Answer is negative x plus 11, or you can also write nicer, would be 11 minus x. Okay, so then can move on to question 3. You have to read the table carefully, yeah? Make sure you understand the table. Close, but answer is not 4. Yeah, 4.1 is correct. Okay. A check was conducted on 4 batteries to determine the typical lifespan of each battery when used in a toy car. So each battery is expected to last for 5 hours. So take note here, what they have written down on the table is the number of hours greater or lesser than the expected lifespan. So how far it varies from the expected lifespan of 5 hours. So A is lesser by 0.5 hours, B is longer by 1.2, C is lesser by 0.9 hours, and D is longer by 1.7 hours. So to find the actual lifespan of battery C, we take the expected hours, 5 hours, minus 0.9. Okay, you don't write the answer as negative 0.9, yeah? So for part B, to find the average lifespan of the 4 batteries, you have to find their actual lifespan first. Okay. So we can find the actual lifespan of individual battery first. A will be 5 minus 0.5. B is 5 plus 1.2, so 6.2 hours. C we have already found in part A, 4.5 hours. And D is 5 plus 1.7, so it's 6.7 hours. Then with all the information here, we can find the average. Okay, then divide by 4. So you should get 5.375 hours. Those who are done can try question 4. Question 4 is on volume and surface area. Hi Daisy. Now we are working on Sec 1 math. So they tell you that the cylindrical solid with base diameter 24 cm has a volume of 1188 pi cubic centimeter. Find the height. So volume of cylinder, the formula is base area times height. And the base area is the area of a circle. They give you the diameter, so you have to change it to radius, yeah? So radius will be 24 divided by 2, 12 cm. Okay, so we can form an equation here. So pi r squared times h, we let h be the height, must give us 1188 pi. Okay, so cancel pi away from both sides, divide by pi, divide by pi. So to find h, we take 1188 divided by 12 square, which is 144. So we will find the height of 8.25 cm. Good luck for your national exam. O level, is it? Ah, okay. All the best. Okay, last part they ask you to find the total surface area. So it's a solid means it's a cover one, so there's two area of circle plus the curved surface area. So total surface area 2 pi r square will be the area of the two circle plus pi d times height. Okay. Pi d times height will give us the circumference of the circle. Pi d is the circumference of circle. Then height is the like the width of the rectangular paper when you flatten it. Okay. So the curved area when you open up, right, it will look like a rectangle. The circumference is like the length of the rectangle. So we know the radius is 12, diameter is 24, height is 8.25. Okay, they never ask you to use they never ask you to live in terms of pi, so you use calculator value pi. And then round off to three significant figures. Take note of the unit of for area is square. Any questions so far? Yep, that's right. Okay, those who are done can take a short break before we move on to question 5, 6, and 7. Can you do try the questions first? Can take a break and try the questions. I'm going to the washroom.